Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members. Before I make just very brief remarks on this bill, let me start with a disclaimer. There was some impression created in the House that there are some people who have been lobbying members of Parliament not to come in order to deny Parliament the requisite quorum. The disclaimer is that public service is not part of that group wishing to deny.
I also want to bring this to the notice of members of Parliament that there is a perception that you have where you say that members of Parliament have been compromised to reject the rationalization, and this has persisted. No member is compromised to do that. We are doing what we ought to do. And we cannot continue with this mentality. Members are compromised. Compromised on what? We are here to legislate for our people. The same people went and told the chief executive that we are being compromised. So much as you make that disclaimer, we are also saying as Parliament, we are not compromised. We are doing what we ought to do.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Disclaimers have been made, and disclaimers, I think, are now laid to rest. Right Honorable Speaker, there was indeed a very vigorous debate regarding this bill yesterday, and I would like to say that basically the impression was that yes, there was alarm, or the feeling of alarm, that if NFA is actually mainstreamed into the Ministry of Water and Environment, then either hell will break loose, or even maybe the heavens will just be perforated, and there will be a deluge. And definitely whatever semblance of forest resources and forest control that we have will just be destroyed. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to say, and honorable members, that if we look at our proposal as Minister of Public Service about this, and with regard even to the cabinet decision that was taken of mainstreaming the NFA, we find that all the good things which were mentioned in the committee report are going to be saved, including even the new other good things that are likely to come. So in other words, the role of NFA, I'm just making brief concluding remarks. NFA and those good things that were being done and the mandate of what has been done by NFA will still remain, and all those good benefits that so far we have got on NFA, but also those we expect to get, and all those other aspects that need strengthening so that the forest resources in our country are not only preserved, but also expanded and they grow. These will remain. So there was therefore no danger or no need to be alarmed. Right Honorable Speaker, it appeared that the Ministry of Water and Environment, it appeared in some of the debates and remarks which were made was actually turned out to be a very incompetent and a very dangerous ministry altogether, and a danger even to the forest reserves. And it was cited that even land has been given away in the past by the ministry or by government as such. But what is clear?
Eunice, please sit.
What is clear, and from the practice that we have observed, is that some of these evils and so on are not just limited, to a few other people, but they cut across. And also some of the good, you see, it's not that the workers of NFA are angels, and those of government or those of the ministry are the devils. But here and by,
you're putting words in members' mind, because no member said there was a devil somewhere and there was an angel anywhere. Just give us a justification as to why you want NFA to be mainstreamed.
Thank you very much.
It's not about a blame game.
It's not. I quite agree. And please, I beg you, and excuse my imagery. I spent a lot of time reading some literature and the images, and if we want to put ideas across, sometimes
that literature
images
must have misled you. Because go straight to the problem.
Yes, I'll go straight to the problem. The thing is, there are angels in the ministry, like as there are angels in the NFA. There are devils in the ministries, and there are devils in FA. Right Honorable Speaker, that notwithstanding.
Not in
really,
our country.
Right Honorable Speaker, otherwise if there are no devils, we would not have churches. Right? What we are proposing, Right Honorable Speaker, is that we are simply replacing the board with the minister or the ministry. But the rest remains really as it is, and what is being done, and the management will now go to a very powerful division which will manage these resources. And two, Right Honorable Speaker, that by replacing the board, we are going to make significant savings, which savings really are required to run other aspects, not only of expanding and strengthening the forestry resources, but even maybe going towards motivating our workers in the ministry that they perform better when they are properly satisfied. Therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to make an appeal to you, Right Honorable Speaker,
to the House,
and to honorable members of the House, that let's accept the proposed bill regarding the NFA, and we definitely mainstream NFA into the Ministry of Water and Environment. Thank you very much.
There is a rejoinder from the chair of the committee. Hey, can we first have water? Then we have a rejoinder from... Honorable members, please listen, because I am going to put a question. There is somebody talking about quorum. I have 129 here, and virtually I have 63. I have quorum.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I thank you for this opportunity. I'd like to thank the committee, chair, and the members, and the whole House for processing this bill, and even the resilience of debating it thoroughly yesterday. However, Right Honourable Speaker, colleagues raised a number of issues that needs to be clarified. I'm happy that the senior minister has already alluded to most of them, but I just wanted to let all of us know that National Forest Authority is not an entity outside the ministry or government. All efforts that has been alluded here by colleagues has been under the supervision of the ministry. And as we justified much earlier, Right Honourable Speaker, that NFA will continue to do its function. We are dissolving the NFA and transferring the functions, which they will continue to do their mandate. Right Honourable Speaker, I need your protection. Because members debated, you are my in-law.
Honourable members, let's hear from the minister.
Right Honourable Speaker, just to recap up, is that members were concerned about the management of the carbon credit, which is on board. I want to assure you, the Honourable House, that in the ministry we have the Climate Change Department, which is directly, one, it is a focal point for the UNFCCC in the country. Two, that NFA will comfortably work together with them, with that department, to ensure that the process of carbon credit will be handled well. And lastly on that, Right Honourable Speaker, is that the fears of members that what happened, who will manage the forest if NFA is put back here. I also want to give you information that we are already in advanced stage to have environmental courts in place. And as government, these are the arms of government that will work together to ensure that the forests are safe. And we shall maybe want you, honourable colleagues, to ensure that
There's
the implementation...
a procedure matter.
Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you.
Maybe before you come with your procedure matter, UWA, does UWA do the same kind of work that NFA does? Conservation of the principle.
Right Honourable Speaker, UWA has its mandate. We only work together because the habitat of our wildlife is within our forests. But what makes it a little bit different
so
is
why
that...
don't we bring UWA also to the ministry so that we have a lean system? It's okay, bring the procedure matter.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, Uganda has commitments that it has made under our international obligations, especially in the areas of forestry. one of the issues or the requirements in all the international agreements on forestry demand that protection of forestry must be by an independent forestry agency. And this government here has undertaken commitments internationally. Right from speak, I want to find out from the minister whether this debate of yours opposition will not be reneging on our international obligations that require an independent agency to preserve and protect forests, and how you are going to be a party to all those international agreements in the absence of an independent agency that you undertook to have.